Welcome to the Daverhood, the Dave's Gone by New Year's show. Who's calling?
This is Lisa.
Lisa, you did call. Hello, this is my good friend Lisa Arata, a fine writer in her own right. How are you, Lisa?
I'm just fine. I have spent the afternoon at the Greeley Mall playing skee ball.
They have skee ball at the Greeley Mall?
Yeah, they have a little arcade. We played they have a great big Pac-Man, and they had a skee ball. That's a very unusual activity. We usually wouldn't go to the mall and do something like that. I don't know where the idea came up, but we just went out and did that. We have a nice skating rink.
At the Greeley Mall?
Yeah, well, no, not a Greeley Mall, but.
Oh, we went to the Ice House.
Yeah, that was another unusual thing we did. You know, just to say we tried it once, but I'm thinking about your caller that was in Chicago. And
yeah.
Wow, that sounds like so much to do and see. I'd like to go.
Have you ever been to Chicago? It's an amazing town.
No. I've been to New York, but barely long enough to get past like, golly, look at that.
Well, Chicago is the same way. I mean, if you love theater as I do, and Mary does, it's an incredible town. But it's of all the places that I've been in terms of stuff to do, it's second only to New York. If you live in Greeley is a nice tiny little city, but it's not a patch on either of those places. You're originally from Utah, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And so Greeley is not that different from Utah for me. The people who live in Salt Lake will have more choices of things to do. That would be a big day. We'd go up there to like see a concert or something.
Cool.
And
well, how long have you been in Greeley?
Oh, just since 1993, probably.
Oh, well,
my daughter lives in Seattle. She loves Seattle. It's very busy. I went and visited, and it's just all hills and great big libraries and really good restaurants and nice stuff to see.
Yeah. No, it's been like 2 decades since I've seen Seattle, and so I loved it when I was there. Whether even though it's rainy all the time, it's still a great place. So yeah. So Greeley since '93. So has Greeley? I know it has, but how has it changed for you in the 25 years that you've been here?
Well, honestly, it's just more grocery stores and subdivisions and parks. Now that my kids have grown up, well, Erin will come home and visit, and she says, you got to get out of Greeley. It's just, it sucks people in and keeps them there. And I was saying, I'm glad she got out of her hometown for her. I got out of Utah, so she got out
of Greeley, Colorado. I hear you.
Yeah.
So how was the year for you, Lisa? Was it a good year, bad year, somewhere in between? 2018, I mean.
Well, this year I've been learning psychological lessons. Psychological lessons.
For example?
I had a major problem that I identified in my life, but then I realized that every time I felt that feeling, words that came into my head, I thought they were the reason for me not to feel good. But I've decided this year to take that energy behind there and focus it and aim it towards something. And so I have just been doing a lot more art. Got more art in Madison and Main, going to get in another gallery too.
Madison and Main is a local Greeley gallery. It's over on 16th Street and 8th. Or like 10th Avenue, like 10th and 9th Avenue here in Greeley. And then another gallery locally you'll be exhibiting?
Oh, I might go to Fort Collins to the Blue Moose, probably.
Sweet, the Blue Moose. And what about?
I met somebody in Utah who I could try and show art with too, and I'd love to go to Utah.
Well, that'd be amazing. Now, also, I know Lisa because she's been part of the writing group that I joined a few years back, and she's a very, very fine writer. How's the writing going, Lisa?
I found a new platform for putting your stories into. And let's see, I gotta find the book that's got that word in it. It's right here, and it's called Wattpad. However, I went on Wattpad and I started to look at what other people are writing on there, and my criticism of it is all the authors I've seen are very telly, and I've worked very hard to show and not tell. So.
Okay. So when you're a writer, maybe people listening don't understand what you mean by that. What do you mean?
Oh, well, let's say you want to write an adventure story about a young lady that runs away on a steamboat, and telly writing says, I stepped down and I felt so cold and I looked around and I wondered what I was going to do. But a showy, to show it, you would say, I stepped down and the walkway was slippery and I slipped on my hind end and I broke my hip. For the rest of the day I was limping around.
So in other words, it metaphorically tells you or it shows you what is happening with the character without saying it explicitly, telling it directly is what you're saying.
Yeah, as if you were watching it in a movie and
Cool.
There's no narrator. So that's my standard of writing is I try to write like that because my favorite stories are those where people are in trouble. See, now that's what I need to work on in my writing.
Okay.
I love stories where the trouble is turned up to 11. She's been kidnapped and she's been locked in a shed for 10 years. Or
which is interesting because your writing, and I've known you for many years now, is never like that. Your own writing tends to be very, very quietly incidental, and when things happen, they're very small, but emotionally seismic. And you're describing writing that is really opposite from what you do.
I'm criticizing myself for making my trouble so small. But
I'm just saying, you, as I've said a couple of times already, you're a very fine writer, but you work in that, I wouldn't say Harper Leeesque, but you almost that Eudora Welty kind of little things mean a lot stuff, as opposed to, oh my God, somebody's been kidnapped and the clock is ticking and the chainsaw is buzzing, and that's just very, very different.
Do you think people are able to pay attention to subtle events like that? Like if I transported them back to 1974 out in somebody's backyard, do you think people like that kind of thing, or would they rather read, he burst through the ceiling of the office?
Well, there's a trillion people who are going to read 50 Shades of Grey, and maybe a few billion who are going to read the Twilight series and the wonderful Harry Potter books and things like that. And then there's going to be an audience that is going to want to go back and read a quiet Southern or Southwestern, well, no, Utah is sort of Northwestern, well, but a much different kind of fiction, and the kind that you specialize in and do very well, I think.
Yeah, when people have relatively, not so big of violence or anything like that, then any little hurt feeling or confusion is big for them.
Well, look at. I mean, Ann Tyler doesn't write for the most part. I mean, she writes people. But I haven't read Ann Tyler in a bunch of years, but that's the first name that comes to mind. I'm just saying. But what else? What are you looking forward to most in in terms of maybe your family or let's see if I can do this. Let me put you on hold, Mary. Okay, if I lose you, huh? Lisa, sorry. Let me put you on hold. Hold on. Hello.
I'm still here.
Oh, it's still here. Okay. Well, whoever it was, hopefully they'll call back. I will at some point learn to work this telephone. So, yeah, what are you looking forward to?
I'm using my newfound focus and intention to I have to do more artwork, and I have to work on writing every day, but then I want to become a speech therapist because it would make me feel like I did what I should have done when I, was in school before. If you major in a subject matter, it's a lot harder to find a job than if you major in something with an occupation like a speech therapist. So I did linguistics. Now, I have to qualify that because going to school was really good for me. I learned how to spell and punctuate, and I hadn't known that before, and I had to, or I get kicked out and stuff like that. So I learned writing, and I put up with some disappointments and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel that everything that I did that, got me into writing and creative things like that, I mean, it's frustrating, but the focus that I've gained this year, I'm going to use it for much more potent purposes. So.
Well, you won't hear me say anything bad against speech therapists. I mean, I needed one from the time I was about 3 years old, and probably went to her until I was 10, because of the issues that I had. And here I am on some level of radio. So it's absolutely, a noble profession, if you will.
Well, you really have a great mind, and I love the conversation that you guys have going on. So.
Well, it has been great having you be a part of that conversation, Lisa Arata. So,
yeah, and your other callers are very interesting. So.
Yeah, we're great people. These are the folks in the neighborhood. It's a pleasure and an honor. Let me ask you, Lisa, when can people see your artwork at Madison and Main in Greeley, Colorado? Is it there now? Is it
over to Margie's Java Joint, and it's in the same building?
Yeah.
And come and see our co-op. And
is it there now? Are you on display there now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, fabulous.
We have a new show, and the first Friday is the show opening, and it's the blue and white show. And I've got things hanging in there. I thought of a witty thing to say for once, but...
Oh, no, man, please go for it.
But I lost it.
Oh, is that right? It's okay. Well, we are happy not to have lost you. Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible... Well, we lost her on the phone almost, but we've got you, Lisa Arata, and it's been a great pleasure reading your work and being a friend of yours and hanging with you, and you were so much fun. You were at that party I was at this week, and, if you had not brought that game, I don't know if we were just sat there looking at each other. We were just the conversation had exhausted itself in about 10 minutes, and we were like, hey, let's play this cool game called Outburst, and immediately, It
wasn't Outburst.
No, it wasn't? Which was it?
It was like it. It was called
you're right.
Snake Oil. You made
Snake Oil, that's it. So, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of another game. Snake Oil, of where it's this really cool game. You okay, babe? Where you become a salesperson and you have to pitch these insane ideas to these different people. It was really cool and really fun and really made the night. So thank you.
You guys' personalities. Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
Yeah.
If you want to go out to Margie's and go to Madison and Maine,
yeah,
and you don't want to buy anything that day, just go look at our stuff, because I have an artist ego, and I say, look at my stuff. You don't have to buy it. Just come look at it.
Well,
we love that.
Creative people who are on a certain level, we're all like that. It's kind of like, look, I would like to be paid. I would like to get some money out of this, but the most important thing is read my work. Go to the gallery, look at my stuff, hear my song. That's the real impetus. It's like, if 1 million people at least know my name and I don't get a dime, it would suck, but it sucks worse having nobody know my name and not getting a dime. Yeah. Anyway, Lisa, thank you so much for being in the neighborhood with us. Most happy and healthy and good New Year to ya coming into 2019.
Yes, and the same to you too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.
Bye. Bye.
Lisa Arata in the neighborhood on the Dave's Gone By New Year's Eve special.